Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the final open tournament hosted by Runeterra Academy. My name is Tajagar, or Taj for short, joined by Miles David. Tonight, we're coming at you with the semifinals now. This match between the University of Southern California on the blue side going up against Omega Titan Esports Aries on the red side. Coming off to the back of that last game, I'm sure we all can expect some fire gameplay tonight.
We definitely can't expect if like last time was any indication, this one should be a banger too. Hopefully, and we have some interesting bands pulled up already. And looks like on side of PSC they are targeting CBR Acid, who is an absolute jungle beast. As I've casted him a few days ago, actually in a different league. But this guy is a monster. His team plays around him, and he does really well with the resources given to him. So it makes sense that they just want to make sure he doesn't get his best champs. The Kartas and the Kazakhs are out. Lee Sin is also a flex nowadays. Can be a solo laner and a jungler. And first pick Seraphine. Oh my gosh. Here we go. I like it. The flex.
Yep. Although I think that looking at OPGGs don't always tell the whole truth. But I wouldn't be surprised if that does go over to Lin, the support for the side of USC. But like you said, it's a flex. So, maybe the draft would turn out in the way that, they might send it mid.
Do you know which position Seraphine's win rate is highest right now?
No.
ADC.
Oh. So, fasting Senna?
Possible. Yeah, it could be. Senna's not banned. Instead, we have Master Yi banned. Now, people might be wondering, Master Yi? What the heck?
Yeah, what?
But Wuju Senshi, who's the jungler for USC, is a Master Yi main. And he's Master Tier. So probably want to get that out of there.
564 games this season on that champion.
Indeed. Like, at that point, you definitely don't want to be facing him, especially on a pick that can be very oppressive once he gets ahead. Basically, you can just kill your entire team if you don't lock him down well enough. But looks like he will be going for the Udyr instead. Very good pick into the Rumble. Of course, it looks like we have also... Oh, wait, you called it. They're going to go for it? Oh, they're going for it.
There it is.
There we go. This might be the Seraphine Senna bot lane. It's absolutely disgusting, but it works.
Yep. And we see the Varus locked in for the side of Omega Titan. Do you consider...
Well, I consider Varus to be more synergistic to Rumble, and Varus is just a really good ADC at the moment because he can go into his on hit, he can go for his lethality, and he pairs well with the Rumble because Rumble you need to set him up for success. If you can lock people down and you have a Rumble ultimate on them, they're pretty much dead on the spot during the mid game team fights where we see a lot of where we place a lot of importance because that's where the snowballs start rolling. That's where the avalanches start coming and Blitzcrank being picked. There's a lot. Okay, so they're anticipating that this is going to be Seraphine Senna bot, so they're going for the Blitzcrank because enchanters are definitely vulnerable to that kind of pick.
And also with the Seraphine shields, Blitzcrank just presses R, and then boom, the shields are gone. So that's certainly helpful. Volibear banned away by the side of Omega Titan Esports.
They're just taking away the jungle pool right now, honestly.
Well, they already locked in Udyr, so I'm assuming that's targeting top.
yeah, that's true. You're right. Absolutely. Sorry, guys. I'm still getting up, still having my morning coffee. 1 second.
Yeah, time zone differences be like that sometimes.
Indeed. But here we go. All right, so let's see what USC decides to go with right now. They still, technically speaking, don't have solo laners on the side of Omega. Because I'm assuming the Rumble's going in the jungle, but that could also go top lane. It could also go mid lane. So it's definitely a flex pick. And is it just me or did the draft stop?
It's still going for me. Still counting down. Yeah, they just banned Kiana from Omega, so I think it's still going.
Okay. I'm gonna have to probably reconnect. 1 second, if you can take care of it real quick.
Yeah, I'll keep us up to date. So that's going to be Kiana banned away by the side of Omega Titan, following the Volibear ban, along with the Morgana. As Miles David pointed out, USC with a total jungle target ban, though technically it could be lane. Now that Lee Sin seeing a lot of prevalence in the top and mid lanes. Lee Sin, Kazakhs, Karthus ban, followed by LeBlanc and Jin Zhao.
The jungle changes have been good to Lee Sin, honestly. Able to at least break out back into the jungle meta with the fact that camps don't respawn all the time. And it's less, you have a lot more time in order to start ganking lanes instead of just having to clear. Then you have to clear again. Then you have to clear again with picks like Udyr, Hecarim. So the ganking junglers are finding their ways back into the meta. and that's something I'd really like to see. I've seen some really godly Lee Sin since the 11.10 patch came out, and you'd love to see that kind of thing happen again, but not this game because it's banned out. Said we will have the Zoe. It's a very safe blind pick, I'd have to say, and it kind of does mesh well with the rest of what USC want to do since they're pretty long range.
Mm-hmm.
The question is, they kind of need some sort of disengage for themselves in order to keep the poke comp if they're going to go for something like a poke comp. Otherwise, they could just get jumped on by everyone and immediately just die.
Yeah, Equalizer comes out, Shen oh goodness.
Wow, you called this before the game that this guy plays.
Yeah, he
top laner plays Quinn. Okay, they're just blinding it. They're Shen in the top lane. Okay, so I guess that is a very good lane for Quinn to fight against. If they pick a tank against Shen would definitely have an advantage. If they pick a bruiser against Shen would also have an advantage. So going for the lane bully style, this is a very squishy team coming from USC.
Yeah, I mean Blitzcrank catches basically anybody and they're dead, and it will be the Malphite.
In response, all right. So this is an interesting pick. Will this be Malphite mid?
I mean, I feel like it should be, but it's just literally Malphite into an ADC in the top lane, and it's like, okay, Malphite just tanks it. But I don't way they want to try to send a Shen mid.
We could shift Shen to jungle. We go for River Shen.
River Shen.
And then we slot in Rumble towards mid lane, and then Malphite goes top lane where he can deal with Quinn a lot more easily than Shen probably can. So that might be the priority that OMT will want to do. We'll have to see. We are into Champ Select, so we will be able to see, or at least someone will be able to see. The client was the client was bugging on me, so I couldn't see who the champion is.
Goodness.
Thank you.
Small indie company.
Yeah, definitely. Man, this happens way too often, honestly, where the client just bugs out and I can't see which champions are being picked. But anyway, all right. Looking at the team comps a bit more holistically, we have a very, I'd say, meta comp coming out from OMT. They have the Rumble, they have the Varus, they have ways to set everything up to give this Rumble success. And I think that's the key. If you have CBR Acid on your team, definitely you want to set this guy up for success because he will carry you games.
Okay. Some nice intel coming through since you've casted him before.
Yeah, I did. That's all I know because I've casted them before. Looks like they are playing towards him though, so it's just nice to see. So I can pull up on my experiences instead of guess at what OMT decided want to do. Meanwhile, on the side of USC, I don't know. It feels a lot more solo queue esque.
Yeah,
from them.
Yeah, almost Dodge esque, if I may be so bold.
You really don't like the comp, huh? I kind of agree with you, honestly. They don't have a front line, so they really have to be able to kite back. But Zoe is not really the type of champ that likes to kite back. She kind of wants to go in for those risky plays, along with the Quinn. So this is a game of interest on to see whether USC can actually pull this off, honestly.
Yeah.
If they do manage to pull this off, that'll be amazing.
Yeah, it would be. And it's just, I abhor any comp that does not have a solid front line. Maybe it's because, I always get stuck on frontline duty in ARAM. It's like, where's your front line? But an Udyr is, I don't really call that front line.
He's kind of a bruiser instead of a tank, honestly. The way you play him.
And then you're going up against a Shen and a Malphite. And it's just as long as they stand out in front of everybody, I mean, it's going to be so tough to try to get through them.
Shen kind of soft counters Udyr too because he can dodge the stun. So bit of a reach there. Varus can of course slow down the Udyr with his W, I believe, along with using his ultimate to keep everyone in place. But yeah, this is gonna be a very interesting one. Oh, it looks like Lin will be playing the Seraphine. This will not be a fasting Senna. We'll have to see.
It technically could still be, right?
It could still be. But usually, if I see the Senna in the hands of,
we'll
have to see. We'll have to see. Honestly, between these two, but yeah, I definitely favor. All right, we favor OMT's comp more. Yes. That's basically the bottom line between us both.
And then they're all squishy, and then boom, lethality Varus. You just poke them down to like half health, and then the Malphite goes in. And what can you do? What can you do then?
Yeah, Malphite goes in, the Rumble ult, and everyone's dead. That's the thing. So, definitely USC, we're gonna have to be pulling some magic out of their hats. to be able to get stronger. I mean, if we get to the super duper late game and Senna's already activated, then sure, you won't be able even be able to touch her because she's firing at you from across the screen. But getting to that point, you have to get there. And I don't know necessarily if USC has the tools to be able to get to that, get to their comfort spot.
Well, they're an official university team, so we'll just have to trust that they know what they're doing here. Yeah, that's.
I say the same time. I say the same thing about pro teams, and they still let me down.
True. Happens all the time. That's all the picks locked in. All bands done away with. That'll be it for Champ Select here on the desk. Stick with us. We have the semifinals coming up between the University of Southern California going up against Omega Titan Esports Aries. We'll get right back to you with what should be a very interesting game right after this break. Welcome back to Summoner's Rift, ladies and gentlemen, bringing you the semifinals match of the final open tournament hosted by Runeterra Academy. We're here watching the University of Southern California on the blue side going up against Omega Titan Esports Ares on the red side. My name is Tajagar, Taz for short, on the desk, joined by Miles, David, and I hate USC's team comp. I'll start off with that.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you. I don't think it's a very good team comp, but maybe they're gonna smurf it. Who knows? Maybe they feel like they're good enough to actually just smash with this team comp, or to do that, as our producer believes so.
Yep.
Showing some bad.
Yeah.
But anyway,
He is a believer.
Yeah, he is definitely a believer. Unlike us, we're definitely doubters, and we're following OMT for this one. They just have so many better tools when it comes to the team fights that will probably happen over Dragon. If of course the scaling happens and we get to the super late game, then as I said in Champ Select, there's not much you can do if Sen is firing at you from across the map. But in the mid game, in the early game, it's just it might be way too hard.
Now, one thing I am waiting on with bated breath is seeing whether or not, or seeing what kind of build Flyer 666 wants to go on this Malphite. Because we have an Aftershock Shen up there in the top lane, which I think makes sense going up against this Quinn. You're not going to be able to get any grass procs in against a champion like that.
Yeah, pretty much. You might as well just be the supportive element in your team, right? If you're going to be in the top lane.
And so if Sleepyhead is going full tank on the Shen, I would love to see an AP Malphite come through on Flyer.
Yep, definitely. And it looks like this will be a fasting Senna. Seraphine is the one picking up the farm, so we are going to be looking at lots of stacks, lots of soul stacks, hopefully, for Inferno to be able to do something. And the hook goes wide. All right, that's going to get punished really hard. You can't really miss those in the early game.
Yep.
Lots of mana and a long cooldown. You will get punished if you miss those hooks. But this Blitzcrank, if a stalemate happens in the mid game, then Imbrikai will definitely be the one to break it. We'll see how well he'll do. The thing with Blitzcrank, you really need to keep your vision up. You need to keep your opponents guessing on where you are. That way, if they don't see you coming, then they should, then you should be able to get the drop on them, and that's when Blitzcrank is the most dangerous. Oh,
there's a taunt coming through from Sleepyhead up in the top lane, but Janzo is applying with some good damage on the Quinn. He's going to force him away.
Yeah, right now, definitely. We'll see. We still don't know what kind of build Malphite will decide to go for. He could go for the more tanky one. He could go for the more AP one. Oh, the hook!
Hook will land from Imbrikai. Flash the force out from USC Inferno. That taking away, and it will be the kill secured by Imbrikai on the Blitzcrank. And there's the hook landing. That's what we want to see.
There we go. Yeah, that's definitely what you want to see. Good job from the support. Able to land that hook right underneath tower too. So Senna got hit by a big turret shot before going down like that, making it a lot easier to pick up the kill. I think she probably would have lived otherwise. Yeah, so far that went in favor of OMT completely. Okay, Sleepyhead.
Sleepyhead getting chunked by Janzo, but Janzo steps forward and takes a big turret shot. That's going to make things awkward up there.
Definitely, and Udir's on his way up. I'm assuming he will probably... They could actually dive this, honestly. Goodness. They could go for a dive here. I think that would be ideal. It looks like there's something they want to go for. The wave
it's a root landing in the bot lane.
I want to go to the top lane, though.
Imbrikai is stepping up. Does that hook ready to go? It will land onto Inferno. This could be another kill. Acid is here to provide some backup as well on the Rumble. There's going to be the kill in the bot lane, maybe in the top lane as well. Yes, it is. Would you finally going for Sleepyhead, but it's traded by the turret. 3-for-1 now, the kill score line in favor of Omega Titan.
Omega Titan definitely favored in that trade there in the top lane. The fact that Udyr losing tempo like that has to lose a lot of life. A way to flash in. Sleepyhead, he's going for it.
On Janzo. Janzo's brought very low, blinded, but he's able to stay right on top of him. And a flash is forced out defensively by Janzo.
Okay, so that's an opportunity for Rumble to go on top there to get the punish onto Quinn, who's flashless right now. If he keeps pushing in, and he definitely will be in trouble. So possibly, I would like to see Janzo try to go for a more of a freeze approach instead of pushing lane approach. Otherwise, he could just get completely screwed over by this Rumble.
Super Acid. Both junglers did initially start on their top side of the maps respectively. And so that's set up Acid for that play in the bot lane. We saw Uju Senshi, however, did backtrack and returned to the top lane to punish Sleepyhead, sitting on very low health.
Yeah, definitely. All right. So Inferno's died twice in the early game so far. Not definitely not ideal. Seraphine is also kind of behind when it comes to farm. And with the scaling, something you don't want to see. Imbrikai, he knows who there's around the corner. He knows that he was smelling something in the water. It was too sus.
Sus Amogus. Man, I will hold on to that meme for as long as I can. I love it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you.
I like it too. But right now, Secret Agent, he does have priority in mid, and Rumble is not anywhere in the vicinity, so he should be getting this for free. It is a Mountain Drake, means that a bit more resistances to deal with the burst that can come out from OMT will go a long way. So good pickup.
Yeah. It's a Cloud Drake next, so we are in for either an Inferno or an. Oh, this game.
We get the fun souls. Right?
Yep.
Either get regen or a Sheen proc everyone gets a Sheen. You get a Sheen, they get a Sheen, everyone gets a Sheen. If they get the Inferno Soul, that is. But we'll have to see. Sleepyhead's trying to push it in.
Yep. All right. Pog Champs in the chat. Flyer666 is building AP. Exactly what I want to see. The Dark Seal.
There we go.
And Epithet.
Love to see it. Flyer, there we go. Absolute chat of a Malphite player right there.
Land on Oberto in the bot lane, but no follow-up coming through from the side of USC. Things are, hitting one of those little lull states.
I have to say, though, I'm impressed with the way Sleepy is handling this lane. You'd think he'd be at a bigger disadvantage against the Quinn. He's pretty much keeping up in CS, not too bad. He also is keeping up in EXP. Pretty much so. Going super well. And Imbrikai, okay, yeah.
Lands, Imbrikai catching Lin. Out comes the piercing arrow. Boyle Butcher trying to stay on top. Ignite is taking away, but cannot secure the kill onto Lin. Imbrikai. Here's ADC stays alive. From Boyle Butcher. We'll find one. We'll find two. A double kill from the ADC of Omega Titan Esports. Well played by both him and his Blitzcrank there.
Oh my gosh. Oh boy. That was a really good piercing arrow. Okay, here we go.
Top before it comes through. Meteorite flashes defensively, try to get away. Flyer 666, the equalizer user there as well. And Wuju Senshi here is arrived to provide some peel. Sleepyhead in no position really to try to rotate down and find the kill. And a Wuju Senshi here between the two, Flyer and Acid.
Slap him in the face.
And Meteorite gets away.
Slap in the face and walk away. That's what we want to see. But how good was that flash piercing arrow from Varus? I'm still getting over that. That was really amazing. Able to get both of them and the kills. I thought actually he was very close to death. Panic when you're that low of health as your ADC, but he flashed in. He knew. Yeah, he knew the limits of his champ. So really good job by Oboyo there at bot lane.
Yep. Lethality Varus, I think is one of the most fun experiences you can have in League at the current time.
Playing or fighting? Because fighting against it.
Playing. Because you get to stand a full screen away and just poke them. Until they get on you, and since you have zero mobility tools, you're dead.
Yeah, pretty much. Will they be able to get to him is the question with all the peel that's happening.
Boy, Wuju Senshi is going to get attacked by Acid. Sleepy Trouble Bubble will land. To stand united to try to provide some peel. Wuju Senshi is brought low. Taunt will land. Sleepyhead gets the kill. It's now all down to Janzo and Meteorite. Janzo being stacked on by 3. Unstoppable Force isn't ready quite yet, but that doesn't matter because the Flamethrower is going to burn you to a crisp. CBR Acid finds the kill.
You were saying?
Who started Herald there? I'm not sure.
I think it was... I'm pretty sure it was Rumble who started the Rumble. CBR Acid wanted to take the Herald immediately, and there's a response from Wuju trying to get that for himself. Unfortunately, did not work out. The front line is just too much, and they walked that Quinn down.
Yep.
It's very
just walking at you. Yeah.
They're just walking at her with the flame spitter out. Unfortunately for the Quinn there, but yeah, this one we're talking about when it came to fights. It's just such a big disadvantage right now. Okay, in bot lane.
Bot lane. Unstoppable Force comes in through in the mid lane. Flyer trying to stay on top of Meteorite. No, will not be able to secure the kill.
All right, but last chapter has been completed for the Malphite.
Yep.
So he's going to be doing a fair amount of damage when it comes to these mid-game fights. We'll see what they can do in that regard. Quinn's already roaming around though. Without the teleport, without the ultimate from Shen and the TP,
Genzo's going in. Acid's here as well. Equalize the working out. Flyer will be finished off by Genzo. Acid trying to get away now. There are 3 members of USC on him. Flash was used by, I believe that was a borrowed flash coming through from the Zoe. Genzo with the double kill, but meanwhile in the bot lane, Lin is brought low.
Oh,
the Guardian proc will be enough to stave off the inevitable ignite, and Lin gets away.
Yeah, but everything's still going well for this bot lane. Right? 94 CS, 30 CS up, 3 kills up too. This Varus loving life play by USC at least to try and get something back. They were able to get kills onto the Malphite and to the Rumble before Sleepyhead had his ultimate back. That was the opportunity for them to do something, and they were able to capitalize. So good on them.
Yep. Wuju Senshi will be able to take advantage of Ass's death and steal away his blue buff. That's a feels good man moment. Cloud Drake is up. It looks like the side of Omega Titan will move in on it. 4 members converging. Rift Herald will be popped. Shelly will be heading to that mid lane.
Yeah, all right. So that's some pressure there from OMT in order to try and get this dragon for themselves. They definitely want to be able to grab it. Don't want to give the enemy team the win condition of Dragon Soul if they can help it. And that will definitely slow things down. So pretty much still things going in favor of OMT despite everything.
Shelly didn't get her charge off.
Oh, wait, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. It's, you know, they summoned her in bot river and she walked up, but I think she was kind of middle of an entire minion wave, so she never really tried to step up and charge the turret.
Yeah, all right. That's unfortunate.
Feels bad, man.
No plates going over to OMT side, so by the time Shelly respawns, they won't be able to get any more resources out of that particular turret, but you kind of don't need to. You can just pretty much play this game, keep letting things run as it. If you're OMT, because eventually USC will have to start fighting you. Comes to dragons, and you'll be super advantaged in that regard. Oh, that was very close.
Get down, Mr. President. The minion blocks that battle star.
President Flyer on the AP Malphite, I guess. There we go.
I do want to point out that Oboe Alberto has already completed his mythic item, the Prowler's Claw on the Varus. Now, I've always honestly been confused as to why they go Prowlers as opposed to something like Duskblade. It's like, do you really want to be going in on them?
It's because you can burst someone out immediately with the Prowler's Claw. That's it, basically. Duskblade doesn't provide as much damage. And if you just chain corruption someone, piercing arrow and then Prowler's Claw, you guys, there's no way there. The guy's living.
Stop coming out. Chains of Corruption will not land, but the hook will land onto Lin. Acid's here to back him up. We'll find that kill onto the Seraphine. Inferno just trying to get away, but they're all staying right on top of him. A double kill going over to Acid. But now we might have some action in the top lane as Wuju Senshi looking for some, looking to make something happen here.
Sleepyhead for tower dive.
Yeah, Sleepyhead returns to the safety of his turret. And with a Quinn and a Udyr, I don't think you're diving a Shen.
Yeah, definitely. You have to be prepping for tower dive by stacking minion waves on top of each other. Fortunately, they just don't have enough. And this is a tank. We saw what happened last time. It was a Pantheon trying to get dove over. If it's a Shen, okay.
Janzo with the absolutely Chad Flash getting on top. Not Janzo. Sleepyhead with the Chad Flash getting up with Janzo, getting that bonus damage proc by making sure the Spirit Blade goes through the enemy champion. Able to finish him off. Wuju Senshi just not able to act quick enough to save his top laner's life.
Yeah, fortunate there. And Shen is the one getting an advantage here, already up in CS, which we don't expect, honestly. But I guess he did have a lot of free time there in the top lane when Quinn decided to roam to try and get the kill onto the Malphite and the Rumble earlier. So Sleepyhead happy to have free time for himself, able to get back into the laning phase, and now he's ahead on CS and everything going well. Amber Kai,
Amber Kai will catch the hook onto Lin. Stand United coming through. There's a taunt. That's going to be enough to finish them off. Chains of Corruption will land, but a beautiful 3-man charm coming through from Lin. Or at the very least, make sure that Inferno is able to get away intact. That'll be another kill going over to the side of Omega Titan Esports.
Man, Ember Kai is just bullying the enemy bot lane at this point. 0-4-1 on Senna, 0-3-1 on the Seraphine. They just it feels like they don't stand a chance. And here comes Tower Dive. They're going in.
They're going in.
Oh.
Equalizer comes out. Oh boy, Alberto diving in with that Prowler's Claw, but they're going to donate. I don't know. I'm not sure if they donated the kill or he said, my kill. Give me that last hit. Acid finds another kill on the Rumble. Sleepyhead looking to make something happen here in the top lane. But now suddenly Zenzo has the upper hand here. Ignite will come out. It's ticking away. Sleepyhead might turn this, but we have a unstoppable force happening. Meanwhile, in the bot river, it's going to catch Wuju Senshi, but Paddlestar comes out delivering some big damage. Acid trying to keep up the chase. Wuju Senshi pressing QWE on cooldown on the Udyr. Will be able to get away, not unscathed, but at the very least alive.
Man, top laners are so low. It's making me a bit anxious. Oh, Sleepyhead!
Oh, that's not good. Sleepyhead will now block them, but this is a very awkward situation for him. Does not have flash ready to go, but Janzo does. It's a kill. 600 goal shut down. Imber Kai will get caught out by the Sleepy Trouble Bubble. Hook will miss. Paddlestar comes through. Wuju Senshi might be going in a bit too deep, however. Chains of Corruption will land, as will the Piercing Arrow. That's one kill going over to Boy Alberto. Equalizer comes out. He's rooted for the time being. That's going to try to buy some time for the side of USC to get away. Imber Kai's hook will not land. Went for the longer hook. Won't land onto Lin. Will get rooted up and caught by the Paddlestar. Sleepy Trouble Bubble on Acid. He's brought low. Janzo has joined his team. But it looks like Omega Titan will, play it safe, back away after getting the kill onto USC's jungler. And things are stacking further and further in favor of the side of Omega.
Yeah, but they're really low right now, and they weren't able to reset. Varus is extremely strong, so he should be able to at least put the enemy team down. But yeah, right now, Omega Titan, they're just, a sequence of events definitely favors them, getting all the kills, and Varus is just getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Right now, he does have his Eonin Blooms completed, so the cooldown, the ability haste, is going to be a lot higher, and he can just throw a lot more arrows.
Yep, and he's going up against that comp on the side of USC. It's literally just with a Shen and a Malphite and an Equalizer. You don't even really have to look to engage. It's just let Varus sit back for a while and just poke away at him, and then you can go in. And at that point, it's practically free. Yeah,
honestly, the poke from Varus right now is completely disgusting. The way he can just handle team fights by himself. This is a pick for Oboyo Berto there in the bot lane. You can see why they really prioritized it for him. He's playing super well, and it seems to really be confident on the champion. There's Chains of Corruption.
Corruption lands full stack and the Unstoppable Force as well, but Oboyo Berto doesn't get locked down under turret from the bear stance. Flyer brought very low as well. What the Locket of the Iron Solari comes through and will save him from those turret shots. But in the meantime, here Stand United comes through, but it's canceled up there on the Rift Herald, and Sleepyhead will fall to Janzo. In the meantime, will be a kill onto Acid coming through from Meteorite, but now all of a sudden, double kill from Meteorite and an ace all across the map in favor of USC.
Hold up. I wish you had the replay to see everything that happened right there. I think Janzo was able to 1v1 Sleepyhead. Meanwhile, Oboyo, just out of singing his praises, got stuck under tower. He gave off a shutdown to the Udyr. And Meteorite were just able to chase down the rest of the team because they had super low health. And they used all their resources to try and get Inferno.
From land coming through from Alberto. Inferno is going to be brought low. But that Mist Shroud, whatever the ability is called, I can get away. And Sleepyhead there was on Rift Herald trying to take it and was brought very low by the Herald. Tried to channel Stand United, but then I think Janzo used Quinn E to interrupt it, which made sure that he was not able to join his team in that fight.
Really, really good job then by Janzo in order to be able to have the presence of mind to stop that from happening to his team. But right now, Janzo also completed the LDR. So he's going to be doing a lot of damage to Shen, and Shen may find this a lot harder to deal with now, especially since he doesn't have too much armor on just yet. He does have his steel-plated boots and Bramble, but other than that, LDR should negate that pretty easily.
And the kill scoreline is 9-14 in favor of Omega, but all those bounties claimed by the side of USC have really stacked up, and they are now sitting on about 800 gold lead.
Yeah, pretty much. The top side of USC is the shining light at the end of the tunnel for them right now. They have to absolutely carry this game right now. For Senna and Seraphine, they just have to keep calm and keep farming up. They have the scaling; it will be there eventually. The Manamune is the tier is starting to stack up for Seraphine. Once she gets Archangel, she will be absolutely very hard to deal with. The Frostfire Gauntlet. This is going to be a Frostfire Gauntlet, Senna. So it will be very. Oh, okay. They do have a tank. Ah, there we go. That's the 5-head strategy going into play.
Yep. Grasp Frostfire Senna.
There we go. So that was the real strategy. They just had to get out of the laning phase and their ultimate out immediately from the Malphite.
Oh,
wait,
goodness. Sleepy Trouble Bubble will land. It's a full collapse
dead.
coming through from USC. Janzo on a killing spree. Finds a kill onto Acid. Imberkai will fall as well. And it is all eyes on Janzo for the time being. USC's top laner coming through huge for his team.
You can just go for the Baron right now. The jungler is dead. The Malphite has no ultimate either. This is free.
How long is it going to take them to take this? Goodness. Well, no. Once the Quinn gets there. Yeah. But yeah. Baron is completely open. There's really no way at all for the side of Omega to take this away.
Honestly, Taj, I was joking about the scaling from USC since I didn't think they'd get there because of the mid-game team fights. But now, now that they're starting to get there, it's starting to get more and more real.
Uh-oh, my channel points are on the line. I don't want to lose to Red. No.
Gonna lose to Red.
No.
Not like this. Not like this OMT you got. Yeah, they have to. I think they have to be a bit more coordinated playing with each other. They can't keep taking these isolated 3v3s, 2v2s, 1v1s, especially against Janzo on the screen. Okay, let's get
Trouble Bubble and Star Hook land, and his Infernal Soul up for grabs. So
that's gonna be chunks out without much way of getting the health back though. So that's gonna be a bit of a problem. We'll see though. This should be a 5v5 that will favor OMT. So if someone gets caught out, then USC is definitely gonna make sure take advantage of that.
All right, Dragon is up. All teams converging on this Dragon pit. Janzo making his way down from the mid lane to join his team, and we'll just have to see how both teams want to go about this. Is a stun landing onto Sleepyhead. He's already chunked a bit. Root will not land coming through from the Seraphine, however. Equalizer is ready to go. Sleepy Trouble will land onto Acid. This could be the call to action. Yes, it is. In goes Wuju Senshi flying in. Gonna find the stun. A late Equalizer comes out, but Janzo in the backline looking to have free reign on this team fight. Flyer 66 goes on the Unstoppable Force to try to keep him tied up, but it is simply not enough. Janzo goes through, but a big hook landing onto Meteorite. Oh boy, Alberto still full health, and Acid finds a kill onto Janzo.
All these things happening all at once right now, but OMT are the ones that benefit in the end. They have more people up on the field. They have the teleport on the end too. Oh no, Senna. She is gonna probably be donezo here. Okay, no, she's getting away. She does have the flash.
Sleepyhead will find the taunt onto Lin, but there's no one there to help try to back him up.
Not have the damage yet to deal with this. Okay.
There's the taunt landing on. Does he have enough damage? He does have flash ready to go. Out comes the charm. He's locked full under tower. And bye-bye, Sleepyhead. You're paying for your aggression there.
All right. Yeah, that team fight, I think it really could have gotten in favor of USC actually with the way it went. It's just that Udyr died before they could get some damage off onto the priority target, which is the Rumble. Acid managing to get out there just in time to actually survive the fight and be able to deal with Quinn once she manages to get some outfight. If Quinn had been able to win the 1v1 against Rumble, though, I think it would have been a completely different story.
High stepping forward, and what a trouble bubble coming through. Chains of Corruption will try to buy some time. Imberkai is right very low. Unstoppable Force will catch two. Acid is coming in from the jungle. Equalizer is already out. Meanwhile, all the way in the back line, Wuju Senshi trying to keep Oboy Butcher locked up. He is staying on top of him. Flyer 666 will find the kill onto Inferno, and Wuju Senshi finds the kill onto Alberto. Alberto was zoned away that whole fight, pushed back under his own inhibitor tower, and I think that really made a difference there. What's up?
USC are still ahead when it comes to gold. They're 2k gold. I think it's because Quinn was just side laning the whole time, able to get some gold in her pockets. But then the third also dying right now. For somehow OMT are on the back foot. They are down in towers. It's 4-1 towers right now. They were unable to translate their early game power into a mid game power spike, at least they still have the Dragon Soul to contend. They still have the Dragon Soul, so that's something they can play towards. But yeah, if it wasn't for the Dragon Soul, they could completely get outscaled, to be honest.
Flyer coming in with, a 2-man unstoppable force. It was Acid coming in from the jungle with the equalizer, but it was beautiful play from Wuju Senshi coming in, and oh boy, Alberto could do absolutely nothing that whole time.
Yeah, all right. But he does have the items to be able to deal with it. Yep. Serpent's Time was taken. Okay, Ember Kai.
Ember Kai tries to hook Lin, but the hook will not land. 2 minutes, 50 seconds on this next dragon, if the side of OMT want to take it, and 1.5 on the Baron.
OMT will definitely be wanting to take that over the Baron, I have to say, since it's permanent buff, but if they can get the Baron, why not? They did use a lot of their ultimates on to try and get that pick onto the bot lane duo of but there are no major objectives on the map, so they're afraid to just go for it. Oh my god.
Oh goodness. Yep. Janzo has the upper hand there in that matchup.
Oh,
big damage coming through onto oh boy Alberto.
They're pinging. They want to go for this.
Wuju Senshi stepping forward, has Ghost ready to go, but he's not going to pop it just yet.
Pressure too there in that bot lane. Genzo is doing a lot of work right now. Sleepyhead, he can't go back to his base right now. He has to defend, or else this tower is going to just get taken down already. And somehow, USC
damage coming through. Janzo
in
forced
in spite of all the odds of that horrible early game turning around, it was just one throw, one point where Boy Alberto died, and everything seemed to get turned around on its head.
Yep. Hey, there's that one play in the mid lane, like you said, under mid tier 1, which still stands for the side of USC. They have taken 4 turrets out from the side of Omega Titan, who have only been able to reply with 1. It's just, that lead that they got in the bot lane early on, we have yet to really see that come into fruition. Like you said, it's been the top side of the map for the side of USC, which has been doing huge things, keeping the team in the game.
Pretty much. I mean, Inferno and Lin, they don't really have to do much either, honestly. They have to just be happy to scale up. And Wuju, oh my gosh, he could be able...
66, that's an AP Malphite. You can't take all that much damage. And Janzo in a bullish sleepyhead once again here in the bot lane. Goodness.
This is starting to look really bad for OMT, honestly. Maybe Ryan the up.
Ember Kai brought down to half health, that combo.
It's the same Meteorite played the Zoe really well, getting chunking people left, right, and center. Okay, that was a very close
That was
fight.
close, yeah.
that was I don't think Aboya would have survived that. Honestly, but
I think that at this point, Omega Titan just needs to say, we are the ones who... Ember Kai brought very low by the combo. Unstoppable Force comes out. Equalizer will try to cut off Meteorite. Oh boy, Alberto doing his best. He won't find the kill. He's going to go in now. Wuju Sensi's trying to stay on top of it. Him, Stand United will buy some time for oh boy, Alberto. He is going to get out of there using the Prowler's Claw proc. And he's getting very brawly here. Sleepyhead brought low. Wuju Sensi out in front.
Flash.
Quinn will be Genzo finding the kill. Flash defensively used. Oh boy, Alberto will be locked down by the root. And things are falling apart more and more for the side of Omega Titan Esports.
Oh my gosh, they don't have the sustained damage to keep up these fights, and Senna is just healing his team over and over again. Oh my god, I can't believe USC are winning this.
Is this what you...
I can't believe it. This is apparently the tech. You don't need a front line if they walk into you, apparently. Who would have thought? But the fact that they were able to... The fact that despite such a big early game advantage that UST has come out ahead right now in this late game, it's just... It's kind of mind-blowing to me.
Yep. It seems that Omega are currently in a spot where, they tried to go for a pick onto Meteorite using the Unstoppable Force, using the Equalizer, but all that was not enough because the rest of the team just started piling on from the backside. And like you said, no sustained damage really at all coming through from the side of Omega Titan. And so what I want to see from them is, we have the Shen, we have the AP Malphite, you have the Equalizer, just a huge engage. I think that's what we need to see from them. Not something like this that's happening here in the bot lane. Sleepyhead
Sleepyhead's
versus...
gonna die.
Yeah, and it's just... Wuju Senshi looking to provide some support as well. So you can donate this kill over.
Oh, it's gonna make it? No,
nope.
It's not gonna make it. Okay. There we go. Dead top laner. And they should be able to turn towards the Baron, honestly, if they really want to. Quinn can just freely keep swift pushing, keep applying pressure there, and at that point you're in between a rock and a hard place. If you're OMT, able to if you're OMT, you have to decide whether you fight for the Baron or fight for your base at that point, because Quinn is gonna be knocking down these towers fast.
See it. Flyer now looking to match, but that's an AP mount fight, not an armor one, so I don't think it's gonna do much against the Quinn. And Baron might be started up. Yes, it will be by the side of USC. If they take this, this will be their second Baron of the game.
Very slow Baron without Quinn, though.
Yep, Equalizer comes out. Sleepy Trouble Bubble lands onto a boy Alberto. And USC will be forced off the Baron for the time being.
Yeah, it looks like they're just happy to get that cooldown off from the Rumble. Sorry about that. I had to step away from the mic a bit. But yeah, right now, honestly, USC, they can just play this slow. They can just play this as slow as possible. Continue to scale up. Continue to get more items onto their main carries. This Quinn is absolutely huge right now. 4 items on the Quinn. BRK was just finished. And Senna, she is very deceptively tanky with that Frostfire Gauntlet.
Yeah, Frostfire stacking up those grass procs. Let's see how many she's at the moment. Sitting on... Oh, whoops. That's the wrong button. That's the wrong button, too. Okay, I'm fumbling. Oh! Grass. Nope.
Well, you can at least tell how many skill stacks she has. So, she already has 100 stacks.
Yep.
Yeah, 108 souls. That means a bit more than 600 range, which is a lot farther than anyone on the side of USC right now. Anyone on the side of OMT, I mean, rather.
Yep. Yeah, Varus is really the only one who can challenge that, but that's because he's just poking with the Qs.
Yeah, but when it comes to sustained damage, they're not going to be able to keep up.
Nope.
USC Inferno. They have stalled long enough to get to this point, and it was a big throw. A bigger throw than I previously thought by OMT in that mid game. That kind of looks like it may decide this game, actually. We expected this game to go faster the team comp, but the fact that USC were able to stall it out really bodes well for them at this point.
Yep. Genzo will take that bot lane tier 2 away from the side of OMT. See if Ember Kai can land a hook here. No, he cannot. Well, I mean, it's like OMT have these tools for the big engage in what would be these team fights, but like you said, they don't have a sustained damage. Meanwhile, Jazz will find the kill onto Sleepyhead, but in the mid lane we have action as well. What is Wuju Senshi looking for? Engage Meteorite will find the kill onto Acid. Janzo with a huge flank, soaring in all the way from bot lane. It's a triple kill in the back line for the Quinn and an ace for the side of USC. I don't think they can end here, but they will crack that base wide open.
They are definitely going to try, though. Udyr is just tanking up the turret. He has so much sustain. The GG's already come out from Sleepy. It looks like it will be the case. They do have the damage. The death timers are way too long right now.
Yep.
They're going to end the game.
Well, I'm a believer, I guess. I have to be now. Nexus turret's cracked. Nexus falling. Nexus broken. It's a victory for University of Southern California. Sorry, I keep trying to say Carolina because that's where I went. University of Southern California, with what I have to say is one of the most scuffed competitive team comps I have seen in a while.
Yeah, I really like OMT's team comp. I'd have to say I really think it's good mid-game team fighting. And if they were able to snowball to play, not throw in the mid-game, I think they could have possibly closed it out for themselves since they had so many advantages in that regard and they were stacking the dragons. They were stacking the dragons for themselves already, but the fact that USC they kept going, they kept stalling out despite the fact their bot lane was like 0-10 at some point, I think.
Yeah.
But they managed. The top side of the map went really well. The Quinn managed to just out side lane Shen it came to the point where just Shen couldn't deal with the Quinn, and from there the pressure from the Udyr, who was 2 levels above the Rumble, farming up super well. So props to USC for making it through.
Yep. Yeah, making it through, because at the early game it did seem like things were in favor of the side of OMT. Unfortunately, just unable to capitalize on that. Well played by both teams. Congrats to the side of USC for advancing onto the finals of this final open tournament hosted by Runeterra Academy. We'll have to just wait for the other semifinals game to be done, unless it already is, which would be very nice for us, so we can get a much shorter break and get back to the action for you guys. But that will be it for this semifinals action here. We'll catch you right after this break for the conclusion of this tournament between the University of Southern California and somebody who we have yet to announce. We'll see you then.